I'm gonna explain this switch down here first. What this one is, the little green light means you guys are gonna be using your TV antenna. What that is, it's a booster to help bring in TV signal. Whenever you guys are gonna use part cable, you're gonna switch it over to no light, pretty much.
Okay.
Easy as that. So you're not finding, the other ones you have to find a little button, you gotta push it for TV booster on and off. I wish everyone done this because it's so much easier. It explains itself.
Okay.
So when you want TV antenna, just have it over here, green light will come on.
Okay.
When you do the part cable, just go over there. Thermostat is exactly the same as the front one back here. Like I said, this one's got your furnace on it.
Okay.
So when you guys want to run your heat, you're going to use that one right there. Did you want it off?
We'll just turn it down just 'cause too much noise.
All right, we'll do the levels here for you first. First one's going to be your LP level. Ignore the LF, G, and C. That's Canada. We don't like them. So we just go off of empties, 1/3, and
Okay.
2/3 full for you. Next one's going to be battery for you. The reason why battery's reading 2/3, I don't know if Dave explained this to you. They have every light on here on. So the output is more than the input right now. So
Okay.
as soon as you start turning lights off, it's going to read full.
Okay.
Because when you guys are camping, you're not going to have every light on here. If you are, start being stable, just shut some lights off. It's probably pulling 13.5 right now, and
Okay.
it's charging at 13.3. So it can't keep up as
Okay.
much as you're asking, because they're all fluorescent lights. If you guys decide to switch to LED lights, just the bulbs, you won't have that problem. Just
Okay.
fluorescent lights, they take a lot of amperage, they use a lot of heat, so when they're on for a while, you can touch them, you can feel that they're nice and warm.
So are they all the same size?
They're all the same size.
So what size LEDs would we look for?
It's probably a 922 bulb, and I'll show you in the store.
921.
921, 922. They're exactly the same. One's a brighter than the other. That's
Okay.
the only difference. As long as it's a 922 or 921, the ends are in the same right there
Okay.
for you.
So you can get those.
So you can get to
at-
LED
at
bulbs if you
LED.
just want them in the bedrooms or just for the kids or the living rooms. They get a little pricey. Probably buy them online. I didn't tell you
Yeah.
that. Don't buy them in the store because I think they're pretty pricey in our store.
You probably get a discount if you buy them in bulk anyways.
Yeah, I know from buying from us, I believe you still get a 10% discount anytime you guys come back and purchase,
Okay.
you know, through the store or anything like that. We honor you guys. We're not going to be the bad people on the block. So it's nice. You can come here. You don't have to buy toilet paper here. You can get that at Walmart. I didn't tell you that either. Chemicals, don't buy that.
Do they have that type?
They do.
Okay.
It's back in the automotive marine
Oh,
section.
okay.
I just don't suggest the chemical.
Okay.
It's cheap chemical. It's not going to really do what it's going to do.
Okay.
You're going to want to get a chemical that you can only get at an RV dealer. It's a little bit.
Is there like a certain brand that you suggest? Or?
I suggest Pure Power Blue.
Okay.
That's what Josh or Glenn's going to talk to you guys about.
Okay.
It's safe for your black and your gray tank.
Okay.
It's rated for 135 degrees, so you can camp. If you're camping at 110 degrees, you guys are golden.
Okay.
Hopefully you're not. It's good all the way to like negative 45. Hopefully you're not camping
Fahrenheit?
in that. Yep, Fahrenheit.
Wow.
So hopefully
Wow.
you guys aren't camping that cold either. It's 2 ounces, so you dump 2 ounces in it. Use
Okay.
it for 34 days. Dump your tanks.
And then
Boom.
do it again.
You don't have to use it in your gray tank every time. I tell everybody every 2 to 3 times to clean it,
Okay.
help sanitize it, and everything like that.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about the Pure Power Blue for you. Fresh tank, got it pretty much at 2/3 full. If you slosh around, it's gonna hit the full sensor just because it's the tank's moving, water in the tank's moving at that part. Black tank, like I said, I got it full. I gotta empty it for you. Gray tank, got it full, just not where it's over full, where it's flowing out. Ignore the ox tank because you guys don't have that. That's for some of them that's got a 3rd gray tank.
Okay.
Questions on the levels?
No.
All right, we'll go to you guys' generator. You're gonna hold the stop button to prime this. It is a carbureted generator, so when the blue light comes on, just hold it for a couple more seconds, let off, and then go up to start.
Oh wow.
So
Here's
the
the
flashing
generator.
means it's starting, and then when
Yep.
it's solid, it means it's on.
Yep.
Did you guys do something with that then?
We change all the oils
Okay.
in the chassis of the generators,
Okay.
do all your Zerk fittings and all that for you guys.
Did you do anything with the generator though?
No.
Oh.
Why was it not working for
Before
you
it
It took longer to start.
a while to start.
guys? He probably
a
didn't
couple.
prime it,
He did.
did he?
Yeah.
When
But
they
this
sit
time
on the
it
lot,
was like right away. So.
I started it yesterday, ran it. When we test them, we have to run them for at least 30 minutes with both
Yeah, that's
ACs on.
fine. Okay.
If they sit on the lot for a while, it's just the fuel's not as good
Okay.
from the tank. So as soon as you start getting fresher fuel to it, they start a lot quicker and everything like that. Highly suggest you guys using them as often as possible. Reasons are if the fuel goes bad in it and it gums up the carburetor, you're replacing the carburetor.
Right.
You can't rebuild them. It's a
Oh,
replace
really?
only.
Okay.
And you're looking at about $400 plus in parts for a carburetor, then labor on top.
Okay.
So start them if you're not using them. Let it sit there and run for an hour in the driveway.
What about like wintertime?
Wintertime, you can start it if you can get access to it.
Okay.
Start it once a month, just so you're
Okay.
getting,
Even if it's winterized, that's
even
okay.
if it's winterized, it's going to charge your batteries that if you're leaving them in here or anything like that.
Okay.
You can run the heat, every now and then too,
Yeah,
just to
okay.
use everything. But you're not going to use it when it's winterized. You're not going to use any plumbing, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just going to keep everything from going bad or anything like that.
Well,
You
your
can use a
battery
fuel
charger-
stabilizer if you don't want to start it as often in the winter time to
Yeah.
make sure you run enough so it gets to the generator
Okay.
at that point.
Okay.
So if you dump it in there, let the generator run for a couple hours so you can get that actual stabilizer into it so it won't get bad fuel or anything like that.
Now, when you winterize it, that's pretty much the water system.
Water
correct?
system.
So, if you take it out during the winter and just don't use the toilet and stuff like that,
You're fine.
you basically can use it as a tent.
Yep, you can use that as a tent. If you guys had to use the bathroom in the wintertime, just carry the RV antifreeze with you. Use the bathroom, use it as water.
Okay.
It's so you're not, going all the way wherever the bathroom is, freezing or anything like that. Still got to dump it. That RV antifreeze will get slushy. It's made not to freeze. It still gets slushy though.
Okay.
So that's the only downside.
The fuel for a generator, that's the same tank as the...
Same as the
main
chassis,
tank, okay.
stops at a quarter a tank, so you guys don't run out of fuel.
So this will shut off
Mhm.
if you're at a quarter. Okay.
You're at a quarter tank, so you guys aren't stranded or anything like that.
Okay.
I'll show you on the outside. You do have to put the plug into a special location.
Yeah, here you
They
showed us
call
that.
it a non-transfer switch. So you're completing the circuit between the generator and the house. And that way it powers the house when the generator's on. Right now the generator's just running. It's not actually powering anything.
Okay.
When you're done, just hit the stop button, just like that.
Okay.
Every 75 hours or once a year, you want to change the oil in the generator. So you're just gonna go off your hours here. Just go for, just say you're at 33 right now.
Mhm.
So within 75 hours or at the end of the year, change the oil. Ready for next year or at the beginning of the season for you guys.
Okay.
Any questions on
Is
that?
that something that's easy to do?
You can do it. It's pretty easy. As long as you got the oil filter and it's a matter of twisting the oil plug by hand. It
Mhm.
drains, take the oil filter off, refill the oil filter, shove it back up, and then fill it.
Okay.
So it's not that hard. Chassis is a little bit harder because
Yeah,
of
when
the
it does the
A-frame
chassis,
comes
yeah.
across, the oil hits it and it goes everywhere.
Okay.
That one's no fun. Next switch, this is going to be your water pump switch. This is when you guys are using your fresh tank water, the water you guys carry with you. It's a 12 volt pump, so when you kick it on, actually let's kick it on, I'm going to come this way real quick.
And so that's with the switch in the pump position.
That's within the pump position to make sure it's up for you. So it's actually sucking water from the fresh tank coming to your faucet right here. As soon as you shut it off, the pump's not always running. It's going to build pressure and then stop. It's got a pressure switch in there. So it's only actually on whenever pressure's released. It kicks on, boom, shoves water to the toilet, shower, kitchen sink, bathroom sink, anything that you guys want. Shut it off, builds pressure, shuts off.
So then with the switch, is there, what's the other?
The down position is
Yeah.
just the off position when you
Okay.
guys are using city water.
Okay.
Because city water, you don't have to have your pump on.
Okay.
That's
And when
the only
would
difference.
we be like connected with the hose?
Yep,
Okay.
at campground, at the house, anywhere you guys park.
Okay.
That's got a water connection for you. And all you do is just turn it off at that point right there.
Okay.
Questions on that?
Nope.
All right, next switch is going to be the propane side of the water heater. I'm going to explain this and the fridge on propane at the same time.
Okay.
They use the same ignition source. They call it a direct spark ignition, meaning it's going to try to light within 3 times. And if it doesn't, it's going to throw a check light. So as soon as you turn it on, this light's going to pop on for a second, meaning it's trying to light.
Okay.
I think I heard it click out there on. Boom, it lit. So this light's not going to come on. If it didn't light between 1, 2, or 3 tries, it's going to throw this check light right here and just stop.
Okay.
So I tell everybody you're going to light your stove. It's got 3 burners. It's going to get the most propane flowing to get all the air out of the lines.
Okay.
Once all the air is out of the lines, you shut your stove off. You're going to shut this off. Wait a couple seconds, turn it back on.
So that's if the light's on.
If the light's on, it's going to reset the board and it's going to relight.
Okay.
Your fridge is the same way, except for this check light's right here.
Okay.
The auto mode, while we're over here, I'll just explain it. Auto mode, if it senses 110, it's going to use 110. If 110 goes away, you guys came unplugged, lost power, switches to propane automatically.
Okay.
It's going to do that 3-time light. If it doesn't light, it will throw that check light right there for you. If you want to strictly put it to the gas mode, the button's out for you. I highly suggest telling everybody put it to the gas mode when you guys are about to go on a trip, just for 10 to 15 minutes to get the air out of the lines,
Okay.
so you don't have problems with it. What if it shut off in the middle of the night and
Okay.
it throws that check light? Whenever it lights after 10-15 minutes, switch it back to auto, leave it there.
Now, if you have it in gas
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't light,
That
that's
check light
when
will
that
come on.
check light will come on.
Mm-hmm. Or if you're in the auto mode and it doesn't light, the check light will
Okay.
come on, and this is just an off and on switch for you.
Okay.
Have to pre-chill these the night before. Takes 10 to 12 hours for them to get to their temperature because it works with the freezer first, then falls to the fridge.
Okay.
You can bump it down to 15 amps / 20, which is a household plug, so you can plug it into the garage, outside outlet, or anything like
Okay.
that. You just can't run any ACs off of it though. Just lights, fridge, TVs,
Okay.
and that's it. Questions on that?
No.
Or the water heater? I try to do those at the same time because they're the
Now
exact
the water
same.
heater, you have to do that every time you want the hot water. Then.
Once you turn it on, it's gonna maintain the temperature.
Okay.
You don't really need it traveling down the road, for
Right.
hopefully you're not taking a shower.
So you do it when you stop.
when you stop, or being a propane water heater, it's gonna take 15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes, because it is probably a 10 or a 12-gallon water heater in here to fully heat up for you.
Okay.
It's not long. Once it maintains, the maintaining part of the temperature doesn't use that much propane.
Okay.
It's the heating it up to that temperature takes the most amount of propane.
Okay.
Questions on that? Next here is going to be your slide out switches.
Hold on.